you guys seen Release the Hounds, where it's people running from canines and like if depending on how many answers you get right, you get so many second head start, and you have to run down this field and jump a fence with like 12 dogs chasing after you.
What?
No.
It's like it's on, I believe it's on Netflix. You guys have to find it. It's a reality show out of Britain where these people, they take them and they release the hounds on them, and they release like all these German shepherds, and they're in like a full, like, but they have a backpack that the dogs are trained on, but if you don't make it, they just swarm you and just take you down like a police canine.
They should do like
That's
a Tiger
awesome.
King edition spinoff of that and get him back in there.
You're so fucking brilliant, Austin.
Let one of those tigers snag him up. Yeah.
Dude,
That's called Release the Hounds. Check it out.
I would check it out. Dude, I tell you what, those police canines, no joke.
Yeah.
No joke. I had my face almost ripped off from my head by one of these police canines one time. We were hitting a hotel room. There was a fugitive in there, and we hit the door, getting ready to go in, and there was a sheriff's deputy with this canine. And this was the worst canine ever. He'd been on.
Oh.
He was always
You hate to
tagged
hear
with
it.
us for some reason, and it just turned out shitty trainer was the thing. But this, like, every time we hit a house, this dog would just attack the bedroom mattress. He would not go. He would go at the bad guy and then see a mattress, beeline toward the mattress, and start shredding it to pieces. Every house we hit.
How can you say he's a shitty dog? This is an animal that's been hired to do a human's job.
That's what I just said. It turns out it's a trainer issue. Yeah. So we hit this hotel room, and as soon as I hit the door, I just luckily, out of the corner of my eye, I see like a dark thing coming at me. And then when I look, I'm literally looking down the throat of a German Shepherd. And thankfully, this fat-ass handler yanks the lead at the last second, and he pulls back just enough that his teeth and mouth like graze my cheek as he's pulling away. And I hear this chomp, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, control your dog. And then we go inside, and the bad guy has barricaded in the bathroom. He's not coming out. So we're like, all right, back out. Let's send in the dog. So we start giving orders, the handler does. You got to come out of the bathroom or sit in the dog. Come out of the bathroom or sit in the dog. Well, the guy starts to come out, and then he releases the dog anyway. And I'm like, oh, shit, this guy's about to get chewed to pieces. He's cooperating, but no worry. There's 2 mattresses. There's 2 beds in the hotel room. So he just starts going to town, just shredding these 2 mattresses. And me and my partner have to walk in and now handcuff the guy and walk him out. Like the
Why
worst
the dog's
dog.
just playing with the mattress?
Yeah. Guy, I don't know how he was training this animal. He ended up getting fired for doing a bunch of shit wrong afterward, but I'm like, yeah.
That's the more effective way to use a dog is just bring them in and let them attack that arm thing in front of somebody. Be
I
like,
know.
listen.
Or maybe you could get people to cooperate to really care about their house. Like, come outside, or we're going to send in the dog to shred all your mattresses.
So a girl I went to grade school with, who was a friend of mine, which I guess we were all friends. We had like 12 kids in each grade, so you kind of all just knew each other really well. But her dad was a canine cop for the IPD, and he had 2 dogs throughout his career. One was called Demon, and the other one was Zando. And they both were trained in German, like commands were given in German. And once a year, he would bring them to the school, to the football field. He would have one of his people put on the costume, the big fucking, I don't know what you call it, like
the suit.
Yeah, and he would run across the football field, and they would let this dog go, and it would just, take him down. And I was like, well, I'm never fucking running from the goddamn police. And so me and Becky, we ended up being good friends, and the dogs were kept behind her house. And, like, even going out to look at them were terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
So you were talking about getting in trouble as a kid. We, our senior year, decided to have a boy versus girl food fight behind this grade school one night. after a Catholic retreat, because that's
Yeah.
what you do.
Nice.
So
Misbehaving.
and I mean, we were getting chicken livers and blood and tying people to trees and covering and chicken blood and flour. And I mean, it was crazy. And it was our entire senior class. There were like 130 people there just tearing the fuck out of each other with just beet juice and just rotten meat and just everything. And all of a sudden, the police show up because apparently the janitor was in the school, calls the police. So the police show up. We all go running into the woods behind the school. And all of a sudden, they're like, we got the dogs. And you hear these dogs barking. And they're like, we're going to release the dogs. And here comes my ass stomping out of the woods. Don't release the dog on me. I see what they can do. It was me. Like, and we all come out of the woods. And they, like, probably 12 or 13 kids got away, I think. Like less than 20 kids. The rest of us all came out of the woods because none of us wanted to get eaten by these fucking dogs.
That would be my worst nightmare.
So they have us all sitting there covered in chicken blood and flour and just whatever, fucking. And they're like, you guys have to clean up this mess and we won't call your parents. And we're like, sweet, because there was like 130 kids there and none of us were drunk or high for some reason. And the police were so impressed that we were having, clean fun, so to speak, that
is scarier, to be honest.
Yeah, that you would do it totally sober.
But those fucking police dogs are but so me and her are best friends. Her dad used to have these bite books and they were Polaroids. He had one for Demon and one for Zando. And it was just Polaroids of people's mangled legs and arms that you could see their bones and their tendons hanging out and stuff from where the dogs got them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And this guy trains them in German, too?
No, they came trained, I believe.
Yeah, but they
come
trained-
from Germany trained.
Yeah, they give you German commands. The handler has to learn all the German commands. Yeah, it's great.
Do
And
they
it's
send
more
you an empty
intimidating.
bite book, too?
Yeah. And here's your first bite book. And
it
you'll
is.
notice you just slide it. It's like a baseball card book with like 9 slots per page.
It's
where you can just-
$24.99 for another one. They fill up fast.
Dude,
might
I'm
wanna take
telling
one
you,
with
there were hundreds and hundreds of pictures in these books.
Oh, yeah.
Hundreds of them.
Dude, we chased a dude one time and we lost him on foot, but then we could just followed the sound of sheer terror as the dog had caught him. And by the time we got there, dude, this dog grabbed hold of one ass cheek and he yanked so hard that he split the ass cheeks like a phone book. Ripped this guy, literally ripped him a new asshole. Oh my God. And it's kind of not funny, but this guy, if you saw what this guy did, no problem. It's pretty funny. So yeah, he deserved it.
Okay,
But,
as long as he
yeah,
deserved
yeah,
a new asshole.
But that's been my worst fear. Being around those dogs as much as I have is like I would give up immediately, even if I was totally innocent and I knew giving up meant that I was going to go to prison the rest of my life. I'll do that before I fight one of those dogs. Like,
Oh,
there's no
dude,
winning.
they are.
They're so singular in purpose.
Yeah,
just
they're
like-
dogs.
Yeah, but my dogs are easily distracted. I'll be like, hey, here's a cookie.
Treat. I got treat.
Those dogs are like, I don't stop until I see a tennis ball. Yeah.